According to reports, legendary music executive Clarence Avant wife was shot and killed during a home invasion robbery that happened on Tuesday. Now, this is just being reported by TMZ this morning. They're saying that the tragedy happened Tuesday night. During the robbery, his wife of 54 years, Jacqueline Avant, was shot and killed. You guys, this is terrible. This is breaking news. Now, before I go into details exactly what allegedly happened, I want to send my condolences out to the Avant family and the friends of Jacqueline Avant, who was killed last night. Now, I also want to talk about the unfortunate circumstances surrounding the robbery and just the coincidences going on right now, that there has been a string of robberies happening in the Los Angeles area and just the California area in general. I know you guys may have heard about the robbery at the Louis Vuitton store, where basically they did a smash and grab where they broke into the store. A ton of people came in. They stole bags. They stole like over $100,000 worth of merchandise. Then we have another robbery that happened with a regular couple hanging out in a Wingstop in Los Angeles. And this guy walked up to them with a gun and threatened to shoot them and asked them for their Rolexes and their watches. So they gave it to them. Then we just had a robbery within the past same 24, 48 hours as Mrs. Avon's murder of a young woman who was robbed at her house in Los Angeles while she was pushing her baby in a stroller. So this is definitely a problem. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the lawmakers or the congressmen or whoever's in charge in Los Angeles, but y'all need to figure out exactly who's behind these strings of robberies. There's been a ton of them happening in the month of November. I mean, it's December 1st now, and clearly the past 30 days, it has been rough for the people in Los Angeles. You don't know who's going to rob you. You don't know if your life is at risk. And at this point, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. Now, everybody knows about these cases. Unfortunately, there has not been much light shed on them. I guess people just feel like it's just an everyday thing. But I know that in Los Angeles, the California area, the rent is very, very high. There's a lot of homeless people running around. And this is a problem when you have two people on two different spectrums. You have that 1% living there that's worth millions and millions of dollars. These celebrities worth millions of dollars. And then you have the majority of people that's out here struggling in a pandemic. It's bound to have some type of crime and robberies going on. Now, unfortunately, these robberies have taken a turn for the worse, because now they're killing people, and now they've killed the wife of Clarence Avant. This woman was only 81 years old. She lived a very long life, lived a good life. And unfortunately, this is how her life ends, due to some punks running into her house and trying to steal and take away from all of her hard-earned money and work that she put in with her husband over almost the past 60 years in the music industry. According to reports, this happened in the Truesdale Estate, a high-end area neighborhood in Beverly Hills. Law enforcement tells reporters Beverly Hills Police Department got a call around 2:30 a.m. for a home invasion. The caller told dispatchers someone had been shot. By the time they arrived, Jackie had already been rushed to a nearby hospital. A family source tells reporters the people who broke into the house fired shots and hit Jackie. Clarence was at home at the time. They do not know if he was also hurt. Clarence Avant is known as the godfather of the black music business. He's regularly been celebrated by his peers Jay-Z, Diddy, L.A. Reid, and Babyface, and he was just recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in October. Jacqueline Avant served as well as the president of Neighbor of Watts, a support group that focused on childcare. She was also on the board of directors of UCLA International Student Center, and she was 81 years old. Okay, so you guys, it's just an unfortunate circumstance. I hope that they find who's responsible for these string of robberies and now murders going on in Los Angeles in the California area. So we have people that got hit up in San Francisco, of course, with the Louis Vuitton store. We have regular people getting hit up for their watches while they're chilling at Wingstops. We got mamas getting hit up at the gates of their home with their babies in their strollers, and now they're going after music executives and their wives in their home. You guys, I'm definitely sending prayers out to his family, sending prayers out to her children. Of course, they have children together as well, and they have a daughter. Their daughter's actually married to the CEO of Netflix. Y'all, let's just send prayers out to these people. And what do you guys think will be the resolution to stop all of this crime that's going on in Los Angeles? Like I said earlier, I truly believe the main reason this is happening is due to the fact that there is so many rich people living in a very impoverished area. I mean, you can't have billionaires living on the hills, and meanwhile you got the homeless people sleeping on gates and on the ground, and you got people struggling to pay their rent and stuff because they hiked the rent up trying to accommodate to these celebrities. You know, it's just unfortunate, and people are basically reaching their breaking point that doesn't justify what they did. But I just feel like a lot of this is happening due to the fact that most of the regular people that's in Los Angeles, most of the regular people in California in general cannot afford the cost of living anymore, especially in this pandemic, you guys. So I will keep you guys posted with more developments as this develops, the story develops, and we hopefully find out who is responsible for this. But until then, you guys leave a comment. This is the DJ Jerica podcast, where I talk about celebrity news, commentary, gossip. If you guys want to hear more, make sure you guys stream my actual full podcast, which is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else. I'm everywhere. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. You know, it's the DJ Jerica podcast. Follow me on all social media at the DJ Jerica podcast, at DJ Jerica. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Much love. Peace.